I guess I am already. I am already recording. I am. Hey, Hoties. Hey, Hoties. Welcome back to my channel. My name is hautemesstom, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today, I want to play with some makeup. Surratt? Does that mean some stuff? So we're gonna play with the stuff that Surratt sent me, which I'm so excited. And yeah, so it's just that's an amalgamation of things will be happening in today's video. If you are new to my channel's focus is really about loving my makeup collection as it is kind of first and foremost, but every now and then I either review something or something sparks my interest and I will review it and I try to be thorough about it. So if that kind of content sounds good to you, I'd love to have you subscribe. Make sure you like this video before you leave it. And I am on the Patreon. If you would like to support me there, there's no pressure to. It's just there if you would like to throw a few dollars my way every month, and I do 2 additional videos there. Thank you to all of my current patrons. You are the absolute best. I appreciate you all so much. Let's jump into it. Let's get into it. I haven't worn this top in a while, and I'm not like on some kind of weight loss journey, but I swear the last time I wore this, it was really hard for me to button. So that's something. Not like a good thing. It's like a very neutral thing. I just was like, huh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hi, how are you? How's everybody doing? Oh, I should have trimmed my mustache. That's my bad. I didn't do that. And I should have, because I was kind of like chewing on my one, I almost said mouthflash. I guess a mustache is a mouthflash. Get into it. Maria, she's a mouthflash. Is that my microphone? How embarrassing. Do I have to start over? I didn't really acknowledge this last week, but I got a wave of people from Khaki because Khaki had talked about me. So thank you if you came over and stuck around. Last week was Victoria Beckham week, you know, a strange week for me. Not a strange week, a very good week. I mean, if you watched the end, I was pretty excited. I think we're gonna start with eyes today. I haven't touched any of this. So these are first impressions of these. So Surratt sent me some eyeshadows. Now I have some bad news. So this is their like Pro Pan casing, but just so you're aware, before you buy these are stickers that you put. Oh, there's a button. Okay. There's stickers and you have to put them in with the stickers. And that was really nervous making because I had to like kind of put my finger into the shadows. And I didn't want you to think that I haven't even swatched any of these. And I'm nervous that one is starting to fall out. I do feel as though we need to go back to the drawing board on the stickers of it all. Cause I don't like it. Anyway, they sent me eyeshadows. Now, a smarter YouTuber, someone with more wit than I, marked down which eyeshadow they put where, but I sure didn't. But what I can for sure tell you is that the 2 on top are hologram. Incorrect. Eyeshadows. I said it in air quotes because I don't really know what that means. And then the rest of them are just regular eyeshadows. But everything seemingly has a shimmer to it. So that's what we're looking forward to. I'm incredibly curious about. I don't really know what the journey is. I haven't really like dipped my hand in. Where is? This week has been, it's very funny because a couple weeks ago it was Friday and I was like, wow, this week really flew by and I felt like time was going really fast. And then this week was an eternity long. I've mentioned it a couple times. My regular job, we're going through like a systems change, like a technology systems, not like, I guess I could zoom you in a little too, so you can see my face a little bit better. I don't know. That's been tough. It's been tough. It's been very tough. Okay. So we just started like beta testing it, this new technology, and it's not difficult. It's just like you're running into things that need to be fixed before they like hard launch this thing. And it's not technology for the public, by the way. It's like technology for our internal use. And it's just, it has been a time. And I have been overwhelmed. And then yesterday, I got back from my lunch break and I had like a new meeting. And my job we don't do a lot of meetings. And so I saw a new meeting and I was like, uh-oh, what are we doing today? I feel like okay, I'm looking at these shadows and because I'm wearing pink, I feel like I want to put this purpley one on my lid, whichever one that one is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one kind of as like a, you know, transition outer, you know, crease situation out. And then this in the outer, and then that on the lid. And then maybe this on top, depending what it looks like. I guess I should swatch these. Ooh. Okay. Okay, these are really nice. They're really creamy. So that's the bottom four. These are none of the Interstellar ones. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, there they are. Oh. There they are. Those are pretty. That is maybe some of the softest eyeshadows I've ever touched in my whole life. Now, my friend Danny on Instagram, she DM'd me after I got them and I like posted about getting them on Instagram. She said that the way they make them, it's like a slurry. Listen, it's my first impressions. I didn't say I did a deep dive. And so she said she's used them before and she's enjoyed them. So, okay, second thing. Okay, right now I'm sitting on a chair. Imagine. What's going on right now? And I think I've mentioned this in another video, but it's starting to scare me because I think the incline is becoming steeper and steeper. And I feel like one day I'm going to be recording and I'm just like, something's wrong. Okay. Like, so you know how like when you sit in a chair, it's like 90 degrees. Welcome to math, geometry, right angle, 90 degrees. That's how a chair should be. But right now the chair feels like it's like eject. And I don't know why it's trying to kill me. So the only way it really works is if I lock it. But then I'm like, I don't really know what I did to deserve this. All of the weight in my body has shifted to my thighs, which is possible. It's the one part of my body that has muscle definition on it. So it's like, you know, I don't know what's going on down there. And I'm really, who's scared? I'm scared. You know, if it happens and I catch it on camera, it's gonna make the edit. Because I love being the fool. I love being a fool. Okay, so I'm gonna start playing with the eyeshadows. I'm just gonna use like a fluffy brush, I guess. And then they felt really pigmented too. Going back to how they felt, they feel really incredible. They really did. And I think they're gonna, yeah. I was like, they have some shimmer to them. I think they're gonna read as a satin on the eye, and that seems to be the case. The pigmentation so far reminds me of, I used to have a Chantecaille quad. It's kind of reminding me of that, but it's showing up right away. Although the shade that I'm putting on right now, arguably, is incredibly close to my skin tone. Back to my work story. Okay, every time I do Let's Play with makeup, I'm like, get back to where we started and where did we start? They had me like help a team that I've never done what they do. Now I'm in contact with them occasionally, but I don't do what they do. Most of the time I'm telling this other group of people that I'm like, hey, we unfortunately can't do the thing you're asking us to, or I go, absolutely, I'm going to do the thing you've asked us to. And, you know, dichotomy, you know, we can't do everything, but we can do some things. I like this compact, at least for the compact. Like, I like this mirror. It's nice and long. Look at that. Ooh. Now I'm going to go in. Let's get all of our syllables. If we could, please. Thank you so much, Tom. I was helping them and I panicked. I was like, this isn't it for me. I really hate this. I don't like being thrown into something. And the thing is, I'm competent. I'm a competent employee. And so then being competent means that inevitably I'm going to have to do additional work that I don't know what I'm doing, because they're like, Tom can handle it. I'm not actually complaining. Like, I like my job like 90% of the time. But they just stressed me out yesterday, and it was like the longest hour of my life to finish work. I was like, I just need to be done. And then today when I was working, I could tell I was going slow. I had like checked out today. I'm recording this on Friday. You're seeing this on Monday. So I checked out, and I'm going to order pizza because that's what I want to do. And I might watch Severance again this weekend. We haven't talked about it. Okay, 2 weekends ago now. 2 weekends ago now that you're watching this. If you're not following me on Instagram, if you enjoy stream of consciousness, if that is what you're here for, when you see Tom losing their damn mind, then you would love my Instagram. And I also understand, and I'm not really trying to become an Instagram influencer. That's not why I'm asking you to go over there. But sometimes I realize that not all of you are over there, and actually my audience here is bigger than my Instagram audience, which is, again, okay, not something that I'm super really concerned with, to be quite honest with you. 2 weekends ago, oh yeah, I do really stupid stuff on my Instagram stories. Like that one, that's like my favorite place to be silly. Because I just think, who cares about Instagram, right? It's where millennials go to die. Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're talking about now? I mean, I guess I'm elderly. I don't know. Listen, the context of all of that, I actually don't care. And I just want to be my own person. Stop classifying me by my age. Let me eat my avocado toast in peace. Last weekend, I watched Severance. Now, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm going to maybe we have a watch party. Not a watch party, but like, I ask all of you to watch it, and then we come back and we talk about it another time. We can do that. Brief overview. It is a show on Apple TV+. And I know I've lost 75% of you by saying Apple TV+. And honestly, that's fair. You know, take care of yourself however you need to take care of yourself. I watched Friendly Space Ninja. Do any of you watch Friendly Space Ninja? He does some really cool, in-depth television show reviews. And I just think he's really funny and really smart and really intelligent. Now, he was talking about another show, and then he mentioned Severance. But he was using Severance as like a good example of like how to do a cliffhanger. And then he like did a little bit of like a side, like a tangent. That's for Emily. Are you mad? DM me. I know you are. You can come at me in the comments too, but then we're gonna be airing our business to the public. He talked about how Severance, he said it was like the best show he's watched all last year. And I like, somewhere in my brain it stored that. And I feel like the video that I'm referencing, I don't even know which one of his videos it came out a long time ago. The purple is really pretty. It's really pale, if you can see. Also, these blend like, they're giving luxury eyeshadow. If you've ever used luxury eyeshadows, you know that they're like really easy to blend. Their pigmentation is like very specific. It reminds me of like the Chantecaille ones that I've used, but can do more than what I feel like the Chantecaille ones could do so far, obviously. But I'm gonna try applying some of this purple with my finger to see if we can get anything else, like get just a little bit more out of it. And turns out, sort of. So maybe a denser brush might be smarter whenever you want the kapow. My plan is to use this silvery one as a topper. I have been watching more TV. I'm not someone who usually watches TV. I'm very much a person. I'm gonna go in with a really, really fluffy brush. This definitely had a base pigment to it of the white, but I'm wondering if I go really light on top of this purple, if I can get just the sparkles without really making it less purple. I don't think that is the case. Well, I'm getting something. I'm trying to get like a wet look with it. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. It's doing what I'm asking it to. It's kind of doing what, How Many Carats from Fenty, the Diamond Bomb. Okay, I'm gonna apply this with my finger a little bit too. Just you know, for science. Yeah, I think there is a slight base pigment to that is like taking away the pink, which I did want to kind of keep there, but you live, you learn, you lose, you learn, you learn. There's a lot of singing on my Instagram stories too. Just not serious singing. So that's either more or less cringy than what you were thinking. So you're welcome. Okay, now I'm gonna swatch these other two shades, the hologram shades. Okay, there's this R. Now, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this white one is a hologram shade, because this green just looks like a green. I thought the hologram meant that it was duochrome, but maybe I'm not seeing a flip there. Okay, that green's really pretty. Okay, there's the duochrome. So yeah, duochrome for fancy people, not duochromes for my indie eyeshadow lovers. That's the vibe I'm getting. Maybe I'll put I think I can put a little bit of that one shade on, the one that has a duochrome. I see it and I have a plan for it. So I store that up in my brain somewhere. I've been watching more TV. And then I was like, what was that show that Friendly Space Ninja talked about in his one video? And then I remembered that Adam Scott was in it. And so then I was able to Google Adam Scott TV show. And I had a feeling, I really didn't know what the show was about. Friendly Space Ninja didn't really go into it. He just said that it was a really good show. Whenever he talked about it, I got the feeling that it was maybe a little mystery-y. And I was like, well, I don't want to ruin anything. So I was able to like tiptoe around it. Anyway, figure out that it was Severance. I watched the first episode for free because you can do that on Apple TV Plus. Overnight, I don't stay up late. I have to fight to stay up to like 9:30 on most nights. And I work early. I've been over this with you. But I just am like kind of reiterating that for anyone who's new here. Like I work at 6 in the morning. So like that's when I start work. That's I'm punching in. We're starting work at 6 in the morning. I work from home, so it's like, you know, luckily I don't have to like go somewhere. But I got so into the show that I subscribed to Apple TV Plus so I could watch it. Also, here's where the eyes ended up. Ooh, sparkles. I like it. I like it. I'm really getting into my like getting into. It's new. I'm really getting into my grandma luxury, not grandma. I don't want to say grandma. I'm really getting into my luxury cool girl era, but like the one that's 7 times the one that they sell at Sephora, 7 times the cost. So like, yeah, I enjoyed playing with these eyeshadows, but we'll swing back to that at the end. We'll talk about everything. So I watched the first episode. And for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna give you like a brief synopsis. It's about this town and these people that live in this town. And there's an employer, and some of the people who work at the employer have had this operation called Severance. So what Severance is they put a chip into your brain. And when you're at work, you don't know, you can't remember anything that happens at home. So you have no idea what your home life is. But what happens at your home life affects how you feel at work, right? Like, so if the person outside of work has insomnia, maybe you're really sleepy and tired at work all the time, and vice versa. When you're at home, you have no idea what happened at work that day. Like when you're like coming home from work, you have no idea what happened at work. And then just, you know, madness ensues. And so I watched the first episode and I said, this is for me. And then I watched the second episode and I was falling asleep during one of the episodes. I think I was like on episode 4 and I was like in my bed watching it. I was sitting up because I have an adjustable base on my bed. Talk about grandma era. I've had it for almost a decade now. I've had that bed. So I can't say I'm getting into my grandma era. I've been in my grandma era since I was like in my 20s. I was sitting up in my adjustable, my eyes were closing and I was like, no, and I was really fighting to stay awake because I wanted to keep watching. I managed to watch 2 more episodes after I started falling asleep. And then I got to a lull in the middle of an episode, and I was like, I need to go to bed right now, because if I get to the end of the episode, they're going to make me want to watch the next episode, and I cannot stay up all night. So I watched 7 episodes the one night, and I stayed up till like almost midnight. Woke up the next morning, and I finished the last 2 episodes of the season. There's 9 episodes in the season. So good. So if you like dystopian sci-fi-y, not sci-fi. Well, I guess I have a lot of questions, right? Like, you know, there's a science there that I don't think exists in real life. And if it does, please don't tell me about it because it freaks me out and I don't like that. I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown primer today. I had nightmares about it. I've been having nightmares about it. I have been having nightmares about it that I was severed because they call the people who had the surgery severed. It's so good. It is so good. My heart was racing the whole time. It's so good. So I don't know if this is a good thing for the show or a bad thing for the show, but like I don't watch a lot of television and I got like sucked in. And when I say I don't watch a lot of television, this isn't a brag. I typically don't end up liking the things that like get really popular. Like I never got into Game of Thrones. I watched Breaking Bad retrospectively and I hated it. So sorry. Do not come at me in the comments. It's fine. It's been a decade. Like we're out of it. Like, you know, I didn't need to like it and you didn't either. And that's just a reminder to you that you also didn't need to like it. Armani Luminous Silk Concealer under the eyes. But then you get to the end. The end of the season is a cliffhanger. There is a second season coming, but I don't know when. Now, I think they've started filming it. If I showed you my YouTube watch history, I think I have watched or started to watch and then didn't like the person who was hosting the video, like who was in charge of the video. I watched so many theory videos and so many like retrospectives on the first season of the show. I am in it. I'm like so far in it. Like it's just unreal. Then another thing. Okay, so I kind of mentioned briefly that my friend Tiffany and I are going to live together, and Tiffany's been on the channel before. Oh, if I remember to do it, I will link up in the cards the video where we were together and did a video. And we're trying to have them on again, which it'll be easier when we live together because they'll be here, and then if they want to come on, I imagine they'll want to at least say hi a lot, whether or not they actually end up, you know, wanting to fully be in the video. What else? I have to show you. Where is it? Oh my god! Wow. Surratt was nice enough to send me. Okay, so as you may know, I have been you know, my last Surratt packaging broke, and I have lamented about this packaging before on my channel. You guys know that. Like, if you watched my video, I don't like this packaging, but I do really like the goop inside of it. They sent me 1.5. I requested 1.5. I've been wearing 3, but I think it is too dark for me. Khaki, if you're watching this video, do you wear 1.5? And now I have a follow-up question to that. Are we skin twins in lightness? Because I swear to God, we have worn the same foundation shade a couple of times, and I was like, our skin, based on our videos, doesn't look close at all. I think that Khaki's skin looks like a little more tan than mine and more yellow. Maybe I'm wrong, you know, it's all of an illusion. It's all an illusion when it comes to YouTube, you know, I can only see, so I don't know, but I'm 1.5, and I do think 1.5 is a better match for me. They asked me what I wanted, and we'll get back to what I asked them, like, what would you be, what are you been most interested to try? And I was like, and if you're feeling so generous, can you send me a re-up of the foundation? And they sure did, and I thank them. I think Surratt. I mean, I'm very thankful that Surratt reached out to me and sent me products at all. I think that's bananas that Surratt, because I mean, I've been using this foundation really since I came back to YouTube and like started doing YouTube in a more realistic, like in a more real way. Like I started using this foundation, before even like Hannah shouted me out or anything. Before I had any of you, before any of you were here, I was using this foundation. I got lost. I was like, where was I going before I started talking about the foundation? Tiffany has a child, and the child will also be living here, at least part-time, you know? I was like being proactive. I was like, I'm not gonna want to hear that all the time. Obviously, I'm planning on participating in the child's life, right? I'm not gonna just pretend that he's not here, because that would be absolutely bananas. I'm gonna throw some powder on my under eyes, and then we're gonna continue playing with some Surratt. Okay, so in preparation for that, I was like, well, maybe I'll buy some noise canceling headphones, you know. And again, I'm not always gonna be trying to like run from the fact that there is a child here and that the child has feelings and is gonna have those feelings audibly, but there are gonna be times where I'm gonna be like, Tiffany, that's your child and I need to go away. So I bought noise canceling headphones. Again, Stranger Things, another show that was popular that I'd never watched. I watched the first season, but I did not care enough to watch more. And that's my truth. And that's okay. It's not your truth. You don't have to sell me on the television, because I'm not gonna watch it. I'm saying that to be rude, I just won't. The more eager you seem to make me, like the more eager you want me to watch something, the less likely I am to watch it. Because I'm a Scorpio? Is that right? All you astrology people? Is that a thing? Again, not dissing the astrology people. I just don't know. But I feel like that's something that would be like, that's very Scorpio of you. Or I don't know, my Sag rising. So I put these noise canceling headphones on. Again, oh God. Okay, so I put them on. And at first I like did the noise canceling, and I was like amused by that. And I bought like nice ones. I bought these really expensive ones. I will link them down below, but I'm not telling you to run out and spend as much money as I did on these headphones. I did some research though. I was like, well, if I'm gonna buy noise canceling headphones, I might as well like read up. So I read up. Now my first instinct was just to, you know, because I have an iPhone, and my first instinct was to buy the ones from Apple. And those are like $550. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't spend, I spent less than that, but I still spent a good chunk of money. But I was like, wow, is that even the best one? Because that was my follow-up thought was, well, okay, if Apple ones are that expensive, is that really the route I need to go? You know, and I'm not like an audiophile in the way that like, I don't really know what's going on. Like, I can tell you if you play me 2 audio clips, if one is like produced better than the other, you know, like but like I'm no audiophile. It's not who I am. So I put on these headphones. I play one of my favorite songs, like a song I've heard a billion times, right? So I put Fruit on by Marina, the song, not the album, but from the album. It was like I got to hear that song again for the first time. It was like I got to hear that song again for the first time. It was unreal, all the things I could hear. And I think it's because the noise canceling, like, I can't hear outside sounds whenever. I mean, it's not, like, perfect, right? Like, you can hear some things, but it's so muffled. And you're like, now hold on. It was pretty cool. I was going to try using this brush again. It's not it. It's not it for me yet. I also need to clean it. And I think if I clean it, I will try it again. I think it's a little too big for bronzer for me. And then Kaki yelled at me for using it with powder. It's a new brush. I had to try it. This is the Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Bronzer. I was a musical person when I was younger. Not like into musicals like Chicago, but I mean like I, you know, played the flute for a decade and took private lessons. Like it was a core part of my childhood was like being into music, about music. It was almost like whenever I was listening to the song, or when I listened to any song, because I've obviously, after that experience, I like then was like, well, now I have to hear every song again for the first time. It's been really wild. It's like I can see in my brain the stems of the song, like every little line with the certain instrument on it or the certain vocal take, and I can like see it and hear it and I can like pinpoint it. It's truly spectacular. The way, like, I can't believe that I had such a strong reaction to like the noise canceling at all. And the noise canceling is trippy because I was like right next to my ear and I couldn't hear it, and I was like, that's really wild. Now, these are not headphones for the public. I'm not taking them out into public. Like, I'm not gonna wear them on the bus or anything like that. These are headphones for like inside the house. So like when I'm working or when the baby's crying and I don't want to hear the baby or when the baby's being fussy, you know, and I'm like, I don't want to partake in that. So I brought up Stranger Things in this video and I never circled back to it, but what I meant is I felt like when I had the headphones on, I was like, you know, when the girl goes to the Vecna thing, which is, again, a show I didn't watch, so maybe I shouldn't reference it, but that's how it felt to hear Fruit. I was like, oh, just it was a truly wild experience. Okay, I have another Surratt product. So I didn't powder yet because I have 2 of these from Surratt. They sent me 2. Now, I did say I wanted to try the powder blushes, and they did send me 2 of their liquid blushes, which I receive happily and gladly, and I can always buy the powder blushes. But I really wanted to try the powder blushes because my friend Brittany over at Born Blushing, she really loves them and has raved about them, and I was like, I want that. I want those. It'd be cool not pay for those. But they sent me 2 of these. I think we're gonna go with Classique because it's pink and I have, well, yeah, I have pink on my eyes, but the other one is called Cantaloupe and it looks like a peachy color. Well, a cantaloupe-y color, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, okay. So I don't know what this material is made of. This is the foundation. It is not as heavy. It's like not the same. That's kind of a bummer. I kind of wish it was this material. This is nicer than this. These feel not as nice. Oh. Well. For those of you who live in America, I know it's a chain, but I don't know where it all exists. I think it started in Columbus, actually. Or maybe it started in Detroit. Because I think it's supposed to be Detroit style pizza. Jed's Pizza. There's one close to my house. My mouth just watered. Like, maybe I'm just hungry. It's a weird time to be hungry. It's 3:30. But if I order any later, it'll take forever to get here. Oh, wow. She's already going. She's popped off, sis. Look at that. Okay, so it has a sponge. Okay, that is not the color that I was really expecting. Is that Cantaloupe? No, that's Classique. Okay. And then this one did not start coming out. So there is a hole in the top, by the way. There's a hole in the top of the foam to allow the product to come out. So it's not like the Charlotte Tilbury where it has to explicitly come out of the sponge itself. Okay, there they are, really roughly applied. That's Classique, and then that is Cantaloupe. I'm gonna just buff them out a little bit. Oh, interesting. So Cantaloupe doesn't have as much oomph as Classique, but also I think I had a lot more of Classique. But now that I have them on my hand, I think I kind of like Cantaloupe better. So I think my inclination would be to like Cantaloupe better. I don't think I'm going to use this sponge applicator on it to blend out the product. And I'm going to do it one cheek at a time. One cheek at a time. I've learned my lesson. No. Okay. Wah. Ah. Okay. Let's get blend. Tap. Okay, I didn't need to panic. I felt like I needed to panic, but I don't think I did. It's reading more pink on the face. Do you see that? Ooh, I don't like that. Honest to God, on my hand, whenever I put them on, I was like, okay, whatever. But now I'm putting them on my cheek, and I'm thinking, I think my story's changing a little bit here. Is it sheen? Does it have like a sheen to it? I can't, with my face, one can never tell where the sparkle came from. That might just be my skin. Okay, there's that. Okay, I'm gonna try to build it up a little bit so maybe we can see it a little bit more. It's there in person, but sometimes on camera, it's like, you know, harder to pick up. And I've been wearing my blush a little more subtle anyway, so that's probably where I would have, like that first round would have been where I would have stopped if I was like wearing this not on camera. So interesting how it's like reading on my cheek versus like the way it looks on my hand. It's pretty though. Okay, I think I went a little too far now. Well, here's what I can tell you that I've learned about those. I don't think I needed to pan it. Well, okay, a couple things. Some Surratt. Your vehicles for some of your products don't make any sense. I don't know what I would have liked better, but I don't think I like that because this one already kind of, you know, like she came early, if you know what I mean. And then this one, now it's gonna get all in the cap. Like I don't know about that. I don't like the packaging, but I don't think I needed to rush. I think I could have taken my time. Maybe not too much time, but I feel like a lot of the times whenever I'm like playing with liquid products, my fear is that it'll dry in one spot and then I won't be able to blend it out. But I don't think I would have had that. Well, it's beautiful on the face. Beautiful on the it is stunning. Okay, and then okay, I'm gonna share a secret makeup shame. I'm gonna share it. Don't be mean to me in the comments. But I'm about to say, I cannot handle it. If you are mean to me, if you bully me, if you go into those comments and bully me about, I will hide you from my channel. I will block you. Blocked. I'm not joking. It's not funny. I changed my mind. Okay, first, I don't think you need it. Ooh, my chair just tried to eject me again. I don't think you need this. However, I've been liking it more and more. And I've been pulling it out quite a bit. Now, did this look need highlighter? No. I've had many of you go on diatribes in my comment section about how I don't need highlighter. But makeup's not about what you need. It's all about what you want. And what I want is that. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? I do, but that's because I'm fairly certain that this shirt is made of plastic. We have to talk about it. Any of my plus size people out there going to Beyonce, where are you buying your what are you gonna wear? Maybe I'll steal your outfit. I don't know what I want. I really don't. Like it's like becoming a pretty big issue. It's a big issue. A big political issue over here in my camp of the woods. Like what am I gonna wear to Beyonce? So I think I want this one dress from Fashion Brand Company. And you'll understand why immediately when I show you. If you're new here, I love a titty forward garment. And Kelly really did point out in my last video, or one of my videos last week, and I pinned the comment. It's on my Victoria Beckham versus my current makeup. And she said, you know, it's springtime and we're getting close to summertime whenever Tom's on camera outfits make it seem as though a nipple could pop out at any time. And she's not wrong. They make this dress, and it's like some kind of pun on, you know, exposing your breasts. And I think that's what I want to wear to Beyonce. I think that's where we're headed. I look good. I'm looking good. Oh man, I like that blush. Shit. It's not funny. Fashion Brand Company is like, that's my first thought, is that dress. I looked around in my usual spaces. Now, again, I'm not trying, I have a fashion video planned and I started pulling old pictures of me. We're going to do like, I have a video, it's like, I've been pulling images for it. And it's going to be like my fashion along the years, like where I'm at now and like how I got to where I'm at fashion-wise. We're going to like talk about that. Being a plus size person who dresses femininely, it's hard to find clothing that's like sustainably made. And I try really hard not to buy a lot of clothes. And I actually don't buy a lot of clothes. The last time I bought clothes was last summer, the end of last summer. Oh no, I don't even remember what, but it's been at least 5 months since I've bought clothes. So I like, you know, I will like Fashion Nova. If I want the girls out, Fashion Nova's gonna allow the girls. Fashion Nova, this piece of plastic. I mean, like, look at it. Here you go. See, like, of course. There's my contact. Oh my God, did it just fall out of my garment? So I was trying to put a contact in earlier and I dropped it, but then I just found it on my mixing palette. And so, R.I.P. I think I want to do like flowy pants. So either that dress that I just showed you or like flowy pants and a titty top. So it could either be it could be a bralette. Maybe Parade has been talking about releasing summer stuff. So maybe I'll try to snag one of those. I'm gonna try to avoid doing a jumpsuit or a bodysuit because, true story, whenever I saw Shawn Mendes, when I did my meet and greet with Shawn Mendes, I wore a romper and I drank a lot. Now, that was after I met Shawn. I didn't embarrass myself in front of him. My friend actually embarrassed herself in front of him, but not because she was drinking, but just because she got starstruck and I didn't. Men don't scare me. Men actually scare me a lot, to be quite honest with you. Never mind. That's like not a true... But, you know, what's funny is like men are afraid of me equally in a very different way than I am afraid of them. Like I'm afraid that I'm going to cause physical harm to them and they're afraid that I'm going to cause psychological damage to them by just existing. This blush, I'm mad about it. I'm so mad about it. I'm not taking this. If there is any fellow F-slurs watching my video right now that are going to go to the Beyonce concert and they have a fan, like, don't take these fans with you. If you're gonna be in Club Renaissance and if you bring it, the only time you can bring it out is during Heated. Listen to me. That's the only time I should see fan. If there's a fan in front of my face for this whole concert that I spent this much money to be where I stand, don't do it to the people in the back either. Leave your fan at home. Oh my God, that was so real. I'm not being dramatic. If there is any point during the Beyonce concert where I cannot see Beyonce because of someone's fan, and again, Heated is the exception. And if you have the gall and gumption to pull out a fan during Heated and you do not know the fan choreography, you do not know when to clack, I'm going to rip it out of your hand and hit you with it on the beat that you should have been flapping the fan. And that is a promise. Anyway, so yeah, no, I'm having issues. I'm having issues coming up. I'm having issues coming up with what I want to wear. Coco. So I did actually throw out my Pat McGrath in black coffee liner because it was old. It was like a couple years old. So at least 3 years old, and it was time for it to go. But I'm so thrilled that I can freely use these on camera now. Ugh, it's such a joy and a treat. It's my pleasure. Jessie Ware asked, what's my pleasure? It's the Victoria Beckham satin cajole liners. Haven't heard from Victoria Beckham yet, but my review did go live today. I'm expecting a call. I mean, she did FaceTime in. That was very nice of her. Me. Why does my hair look bad? Also me. Has it been 3 weeks since I washed it? Yeah. Before I put on a lip, I want to finish my Beyonce outfit thoughts. So I went to see Shawn Mendes. I wore a romper. I got a little tipsy. I had to pee a lot. Did I pee in my jumpsuit a little bit, trying to get it off in order to pee in the bathroom? I did. But then did I go out and drink more after the concert in my pee romper? Yes. Okay, so no romper, 2 pieces. I hesitate to say I could wear a bodysuit. Like a bodysuit in my flowy pant. So that's like a possibility. And again, it has to be see-through or my titties have to be the star of the show. So if you got my large and in charge femmes out there have any recs for that. Let's avoid Shein. Not that Fashion Nova is any better, but Fashion Nova, I mean, if you see anything, if you see something, say something. I've been using the opposite hand for my lashes. I've been using my left hand for my left lashes. There is, as someone who's now converted to doing it, I don't do it every time because I forget sometimes. Whenever I'm like in the mode where I'm putting on makeup, you know, for a reason that's not YouTube, I sometimes switch back to just using my right hand for both. But I will tell you, honestly, truly, it is worth trying because I do feel like because of the angle at which my hand is coming at my lashes, that the people weren't wrong. You know, I'm just gonna have to say that to you. I think I'm just gonna throw in a Victoria Beckham lip gloss. Is that what I want? What I really want? I haven't worn Omi in a really long time. I think that would look cute. Look. No, I think that was right. Sometimes I'll pull out Omi and I forget how pink it actually is instead of being like a nude. But I think it works in this scenario. Here's your homework. You're gonna watch Severance. And I don't care how you do it. And I don't care, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't care how you do it. If you've watched Severance, if you're gonna comment down below, I really highly ask you, if you wanna like have if you wanna talk about it in the comment section, please just post that you're like at the top, like with, you know, things around it, that you're gonna spoil something, you know, not for me, but like for anyone else who might still wanna watch the show. So they don't actually accidentally stumble upon it and read your comment. Like I would appreciate that, because I'm open to having dialogue about Severance in my comment section. So we can do that. And then also if you think that you find anything for me to wear to Beyonce, between 18 and 20, like plus size, 18, 20, 2X, not XXL, 2X. There is a difference I learned from TikTok, which actually might not be true because I didn't fact check that. Are you gonna tell me that I look too dewy? What? Let's just talk about the Surratt stuff, because all the other stuff will be linked down below, but it's stuff that I've used a lot on my channel. But love that stuff. Love that stuff. If it's in my makeup collection, I love that stuff. But the Surratt stuff's new. I like these Surratt eyeshadows. I'm not gonna lie to you. Is it something that I feel like you need to like run out and buy? No. So yeah, like I need to play with them a lot more. I need to see like how they hold up over the course of the day with my oily eyelids, but like they're creamy, they're dreamy. I really enjoyed playing with them. I do suspect though that they're not gonna be like for everyone. Like I that's my inclination. I love this Surratt Dewdrop foundation. There's a whole foundation review. I stand by everything I said in that video, so you can check that out. And then these blushes. Okay, so I still need to use Classique, but I did use Cantaloupe today, and I honestly, as much as I think this packaging and like this mechanism is like not my favorite, I like the blush. Ooh, I'm so sorry to report. You know what? I think this happens every year. Winter comes around and I'm like, I hate, well, I never said I hated blush. I was still wearing blush. But now that summer's coming, blush, honey, blush. Okay, I do like this eyeshadow though. Oh, goodness gracious. Wow, I look so stunning. I keep talking about pizza and I still don't have one. And so I need to make that happen for myself. So I'm gonna log off. Have you had Jets? Let me know. I wanna know all about your Jets experience. If it's bad, don't tell me because I really like, don't make me not buy it. Because I love it. Oh, I'm already like disrobing. I'm not even done. Okay, let me do this outro because I'm clearly unraveling. I still have to take my thumbnail pictures. Anyway, if you are new here and you enjoyed today's Let's Play with Makeup, wow, that's nice. And you should subscribe. Make sure you like this video before you leave it. And again, I'm on patreon.com if you would like to support me there. But as always, there is no pressure to support me there. Thanks again to my current patrons. Remember to follow your haute and you will find me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. I always want to do that. Tara Mooney does that. She goes, bye-bye now. Anyway, bye. We should. Friends. I feel like I was about to go beleged.